Hello, and welcome once again. J76NY here, and we are playing Killerfish Games War on the Sea with the ABDACOM mod. If you are a fan of this game and you want a very challenging experience, I would highly recommend the ABDACOM mod. It's had me sitting around my job thinking about where and how I can get supplies to my bases to keep them up to speed and able to rearm their aircraft and ships. Quick note before we get started, the way I do the recordings is I do batch recordings on the weekends. That is my time to do recordings of content for the week. It's just the way I have to do it because of my work schedule, my wife's work schedule, the needs of Admiral Noah, and the older kids. So if you are watching a video during the week, it was recorded the weekend before. If you leave advice and you don't see me take that advice, I'm not ignoring you. Trust me, I'm not ignoring you. And I will put that into play the next time I record, which is going to be, or will be, the following weekend after that. Speaking of advice, MC, here we go. Let's do something about these destroyer escorts that are not in the best places. So we're going to take Paul Jones. We're going to split Paul Jones off from this group. We're going to have her go up here to rendezvous with Task Force 1. Now, out of Task Force 1, Warrego and Yarra and Swan are going to split. Okay. They're going to head this way. Warrego is going to stay with the supply convoy. Yarra is going to continue on to Task Force 9, which is a supply ship. I'm going to group all of these individual supply ships together into one force somewhere in this area here. And then Swan will join that group. Or not Swan, but Warrego. Swan is damaged, and engineering-wise, she's running at 75%, so I may send her back to repair at some point. The situation so far, Benjamason, southern tip of Borneo, we are making pretty good progress at retaking it. We don't have any supplies there whatsoever, so they're fighting with coconuts, I guess. But we do have troops and supplies heading up on Task Force 14. Bantam has supplies as well. We just dropped off our cargo here, so when the new day arrives, we should be able to keep our airfield up to speed, as well as have enough to rearm our ships as need be. They're heading back, this ship is heading back to pick up, I believe I'm bringing, yeah, we got got an overabundance of troops here, so we're going to be running them up. We're going to retake Banjamason. I was advised to take some of these. That was a part of my original plan before I saw how aggressively the Japanese were going to be pushing down and how limited I was on what I was going to be able to do based on the resources that I received per week. Now we do still have 300 troops here, 220 engineering, and 174 fuel. So 2 more days we get our next supply in. We are going to have a hard fight ahead of us because a lot of these ships that I want to get are not going to be available till, I believe, the end of March 28th. We do have You have a battleship and a battle cruiser. We've got the King George, and we've got the Renown. Both ships are available to us right now. They are expensive. That would take probably 2 solid weeks of not spending any command points to get those 2 ships. We really could use the firepower in the theater. They're starting to come out with fleet carriers and battleships up in this area. I'm assuming once Singapore completely falls, which is pretty close, they're gonna start moving down. So, another thing I've been thinking about doing is taking Task Force 2. This is kind of a huge risk, given what they've been putting out up here. Plus, it would leave this entire area, the Java Sea, undefended. Task Force 2 up here to try and pull as many of these troops off as possible. I did take supplies with the S5. S5 is heading up to Palembang. Probably pull these troops off. Or possibly just send them up there. S5 doesn't carry a lot of troops, so we do need, at some point, to get more submarines, because they are very, very handy. Unfortunately, the 2 best submarines that I had, the Truant and the Trusty, are now artificial reefs. And what we can do is look and see what else we have. April 28th, so we are a ways off from this one. And then we've got 8 command points, the K8 class submarine. And take a look here. On torpedoes. Oops. The S-Class, I think they also have 10. What if it's a difference between how many can launch? Wish it would tell the tubes, the number of tubes, because the S-Class only can launch 2 at a time. So I'm not really sure if there's much of a difference between the K8 and the S-Class. There's only 3 of these. We do have 8 of the S-Class. We lost one, and one of them is at sea. We got a Porpoise class. God, even 7 of them. Alright. The reason why I'm looking so close at the subs is, like I said, we are 2 days out from getting more command points, and I need forces up in this area. My plan going forward is to kind of hold the line here, retake what we have lost, possibly go for some of these, but victory conditions are Opang, Surabaya, Palembang, and then Singapore. We have to build that level 5 airfield up, so that's going to be a long time in coming. So I'm not going to rush this or anything. I'm going to take this line of defense here, hopefully keep anything from coming down. I fully expect very soon to take Benjamin back. Hopefully that level 3 airfield comes with it. So that is the situation as it stands right now. So let's get into today's episode. As you can see, Swan and Yarra, on their own, have come across something they are not going to be able to handle. We have not one, but 2 heavy cruisers, as well as 3 destroyers. So Swan and Yarra are making best possible speed out of here. They are very, very close. So their solutions are horrible. They are firing on number 1. So they are going to be obliterated if they don't get out of here. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. It's dark. We have no radar, but so do they. We're going to identify this heavy cruiser here, just for parting shots reasons. See if we can do it in the dark. They aren't firing on us, which is kind of surprising. One facing forward, so that would be a Miyoko. And Swan is just completely wrecked. We don't have any torpedoes either, so... we are definitely going to be trying to get out of here. With what little speed we can muster. Having said that, let's start the retreat timer. If they are not going to fire on us, I am okay with that. I should probably not be expending ammo firing on them. Something tells me if we hit them, they're going to open up. I don't know why they're not firing on me. Unless they don't see me. I know when I was playing as a Japanese, there were a lot of times where I would be bracketed by shell splashes and have no idea where they were coming from, so... just make sure we can get out of here. Now we're not too far off from the Houston and Task Force 2, so there is a good chance that they may have to deal with this surface group. 2 heavy cruisers, I'm kind of reluctant to take it, but at some point I'm going to have to face my fears and get the Houston into battle. I would rather not at this point, at least until we can get some more some more ships available. See right here. Here's Task Force 2. If I were to guess, I'd say they're probably bracketed in between the 2 groups. We're going to bring you up like this. Kind of keep you in this area. And then Task Force 10 with the Swan and the Yarra is going to head in a little closer to land. Okay, Task Force 9. I'm holding the Marblehead with this group for now. Just because, actually I could probably split Marblehead off. We don't have anyone defending the supply convoys, though. It's going to be a while before they actually make it over there. Once they get a little closer, I'll split Marblehead off and send her over to the task force. She may be waiting around for a while, so we may have another surface group coming up to help out here. Well, asking you shall receive. We got them. We got those 2 cruisers. We are maneuvering. I have everyone targeting the 2 lead heavy cruisers. Exeter has torpedoes, so we are going to launch out on the Tone before we lose everything. We're just going to launch all of our torpedoes. Paul Jones is firing star shells right now. Does look like they're maneuvering this way. Not entirely a good situation here. We're already taking hits on the Houston and the Exeter. We're getting damage control on those, but Exeter is taking a pounding, being the closest one to the group. Paul Jones is coming back around on their own, I guess. We're going to launch torpedoes off of Paul Jones. We do still have these 3 destroyers we're going to have to deal with, so that could be a problem. Houston is on fire. She's down to 13 knots. One of hers. I've broken everybody off to do their own maneuvering. What I'd really wish for is this Tone doesn't have... It does look like they're turning away now, so... if you watched closely, you saw the torpedoes coming out from Miyoko, so we're going to have to do some maneuvering to get these guys out of here. Let's just have you head north. Houston. Paul Jones is firing star shells. Come on, let's get those fires under control before we have a magazine explosion. See, are we scoring any hits? Yes, we are. Miyoko's taking hits. Doesn't look like the Tone's taken any hits yet. Let's have you switch over to armor piercing. Fire on the Tone. Gonna have you start heading north. Looks like they're gonna come back around, and these torpedoes just went wild, so. And there's their torpedoes that they launched. So let's get Exeter. Let's have her turn. Houston, you need to turn as well. Doesn't look like anyone else is gonna come under fire from those. Let's get the fires under control on the Java and or the Sumatra. Exeter may be in trouble here. Torpedoes 13,000 yards. I'm going to do a manual launch on the torpedoes. Go with a 5-degree spread. Put it down there. Looks like Exeter actually managed to dodge those torpedoes. Houston just barely. Okay, let's adjust our course again. Okay, we got to do something with you, slow you down. We're going to turn you, actually turn you this way for now. Let's get you turned as well. Okay, Tone doesn't look like she's taking a lot of fire, but... Alright, Houston. Paul Jones is going to come back around. We're going to have Exeter do the same thing. Start heading south. Sumatra is in bad shape. Christ. Let's have Sumatra start laying smoke. It looks like they're pulling the Miyoko out. So actually, Sumatra, I have you stop firing on Miyoko. Go full. Start targeting Tone. Java as well. Okay, Exeter's firing on Houston. I want you to head south. Paul Jones head south. Exeter head south. Sumatra's coming along. Looks like we're getting the damage taken care of there. Houston lost contact with Tone. Doesn't have a target. So let's get her targeting Tone with her main guns. With their secondaries, we're gonna target number 5 here. Let's identify these guys real quick. Double stacked. Got gun, tube. One gun on the rear. 2 tubes in the middle. Kamikaze, so we'll have you target Kamikaze with your secondaries. Like we had a pretty wild miss with the torpedoes. Tone's now taking damage. Okay, we're gonna break. How are those fires doing here? Under control. Get your speed back up. I'm going to turn you in evasive maneuvers. Exeter, we just lost all of the 3 torpedoes left there. Let's fire them out on the Tone. You may actually run into these torpedoes down here. %, solution. Oh shit. Sumatra, you gotta move. Oh, this could be bad. Right, stop laying smoke for now. Can't even see the torpedoes. There's more torpedoes coming towards Java. Look at that spread. That's crazy. So I'll actually try and come around them. Okay, Sumatra. Come back. You may take one right in the stern there. Or we may get lucky. And it may just miss us. Wow. Okay, how's Java doing? It's like we missed those as well. Not sure where those torpedoes are going. We do have a destroyer coming in on us. She's turning away from the torpedoes, unfortunately. What's your solution on Tone? 4%. Houston, let's get your secondaries. Oh, we're not getting those secondaries firing. Exeter. Switch to high explosive. No, I don't want to do that. Oh, Sumatra, what are you doing? Still spinning in circles? Gotta do something about this destroyer here. Paul Jones. Let's have you hold your fire. You're not even targeting anybody. Target number 4. Let's identify her. Let's see, one in the rear. Shiratsuyu. Okay, start targeting Shiratsuyu with armor piercing or high explosive. Sumatra. Maybe turn. Actually, belay that order. Run to the south. Exeter. Still firing on. I guess we're gonna start shooting at the. We got 0 solution on Tone. So switch to high explosive. Or get this Shiratsuyu. Fire. Exeter, what's your solution? 10%. I don't want to let the Tone go. She is taking damages. Miyoko seems to have disappeared off the face of the planet. Hey, Paul Jones, Exeter. There's that 3rd destroyer right there. No doubt launched torpedoes. We're going to have to do something or we're going to run into our own. Which would be bad. Which definitely be bad here. Okay, Exeter. Come around Paul Jones. have you break, turn to the south a little bit. Houston, turn in. Alright, looks like Java avoided those torpedoes there. What's the damage report on Tone? Alright, they both have heavy damage. Solution 0%. Hold your fire. Start targeting this Shiratsuyu right here with high explosive fire. Okay, Sumatra. Hold your fire. Start targeting Kamikaze. Okay, open up. There's more torpedoes. There's just torpedoes everywhere. Let's break the Paul Jones off. Ouch. Exeter's in a good position. Break the Houston off, bring her back around like this. Okay. How's this Kamikaze doing? Looks fairly unscathed. Java's taking a pounding here. Okay, we may have to break her off from this attack. Have her spin for now. Exeter, who are you targeting? Nobody? Oh, nay, Jesus. Okay. Let's target this Kamikaze. Fire with your secondaries. Actually, fire with everything. With all those torpedoes. And not one of them hit for either side. Java's in trouble. Got our whole task force firing on these two destroyers here. Alright, Java, let's slow you down a little bit. You gotta get your fires under control, start laying smoke. While we're at it, let's target this third destroyer. And identify... Okay, Shiratsuyu is sinking. Ozzy. Have you target this destroyer here. I kind of want to save Houston's ammo for Well, they got 700. Forget kamikaze. Alright. Number 3 we gotta identify still. Let's see. Got one gun in the middle. Two in the rear. Kamikaze. Fire. Okay, we got more torpedoes inbound. Okay, so Sumatra can target this kamikaze. Exeter. Houston, I'm going to hold fire with Houston. Okay. Really like to know where those other those cruisers disappeared to. Take a look at the damage report here. Heavy damage, moderate flooding on both of them. Looks like we're getting the fires under control. These destroyers sacrificed themselves so the heavies could get away. I don't even see them out here. Okay. Java's up here all by herself. Looks like we're starting to get some hits on this kamikaze here. A lot more misses though. We're having an entire task force fire on her. She's doing pretty good. Torpedoes in the water. Alright, Sumatra should be able to dodge. That's a lot of torpedoes. Launched out from both sides and nobody hit. Not complaining, not at all. Alright, we see the smoke starting to rise up from her. Really very, very curious where the two heavies disappeared to. Okay, Java, how are you doing damage-wise? No fires. Let's get that speed back up to full. Just missing. Let everyone start coming out in this direction here. Alright, this kamikaze's Torpedoes in the water again. Sumatra. Holy shit. Turn in. Actually, turn out. This may be the one that gets us. There's torpedoes everywhere. And I can't see them in the water because it's so dark. Hopefully we can come around. There they are, right there. Alright, we should be okay. Okay, Kamikaze is sinking. Let's slow you down, let the torpedoes pass. You could probably stop making smoke now. Okay, we dodged those. I'm going to have everyone head north now and see what we can see as far as if we can pick those cruisers up again. Java, slow down. Have you come out over here. Sumatra looks like damaged or danger is past. So we'll just turn you around, have you meet up. And hopefully we can... I don't think we're going to find them, but we can try. So there is that. We did take a lot of damage. So maybe time to cut our losses and disengage. We never actually did pick up the 2 heavy cruisers. They are still out there though. Heavy damage, moderate flooding on both. So we can re-engage them again, hopefully. It's a fight I'm going to take if it presents itself. That's going to be for the next episode though. If you like this one, hit the like button. Have any thoughts, tips, or advice, leave that in the comment section below. If you'd like to follow along through our ABDACOM adventure, hit the subscribe and you can come along with us. And we'll see you for our next episode. J76NY saying thank you very much for watching and have yourself a very good day.